Hey beautiful people. Today I wanted to do a video on two entertainers that I think are phenomenal in their own right. So I've had the luxury within the last year of going to see Janet Jackson and Beyonce in concert. Now, you normally don't hear those two in the same sentence. However, they both are women who are just doing the damn thing. They both are extremely great vocalists, and they also have really good dance skills and choreography, all that kind of stuff. They just do really well, and they know how to put on performances. Now, hands down, their performances and their shows are not comparable to date because, you know, they're different. You know, Janet Jackson hasn't been in the game as recent as Beyonce, so she's not as maybe relevant as they would say in society, but she had her time when she was very, very relevant and still has millions of fans today. So that will go without being said. Beyonce will also be at that point one day, 10, 15, 20 years from now, where she would be in that same situation. However, I'm going to talk about these two, and I'm going to show you some video footage of each of their performances to show you just how amazing they are. Some of their vocal ability and also some of their dance ability. Now, I have never been to a Beyonce concert before, and I heard in her other days she was able to really move around, get around, and do all these things, and now she's a little bit older because she's in her 40s. Janet Jackson is, on the other hand, 56, and I think Beyonce is, no, you're 58, and Beyonce is 43, if I'm not mistaken, 42, 43. So there's about at least a, 10 to 15 year age gap between the two ladies. So you can see as their careers project and move on and get in different places and spaces in life that they will have some differences in their relevancy. So I'm not confusing you guys. I'm going to talk about Beyonce first. So I got a chance to see Beyonce last summer. So it's been a full year. Her videos have been going all over the internet, and she was really relevant all last summer. That's all you would hear about is people talking about Beyonce. So I'm a year late, but I nonetheless still feel like this can be very beneficial to my audience. I'm not an entertainment channel. I'm more about education, and I'm talking about Beyonce from a business standpoint. This woman is phenomenal. She's definitely probably going to be in my top 5 of women when it comes to business and doing the damn thing. If you watch her movie, you will be able to see it. If you're in the business world and you work for yourself and you're having a thriving business and you have people that you must assist and help and develop in different ways, you will see why Beyonce is probably second to none. She's just really, really good. But there's some things that I've learned about Beyonce over the years. I'm not a true fan, I'm not a Beehive fan, but these are some things that I want to give you guys some takeaways. And so I don't want this video to be super long. I'm going to say 3 things. 1, she is an amazing businesswoman. She knows how to handle her business. She knows what she wants, how she wants it, and she's willing to get it done. And with that being said, you can see it in the work. You can see it in her stage presence. You can see it in her, just the whole environment. When you're at her concert, you could just see that she had little pieces of what was being said. And when you watch her documentary, you can see that she was very much hands-on. And that is extremely hard for her, even though she is Beyonce, to get things done sometimes because she is a woman. And not only a woman, but a woman of color. So that lets you know, even though she's in billionaire status, she still has some of the difficulties and struggles that the everyday person has. And that's what I really enjoy about her. Her being a businesswoman and her transparency in the struggles that she has. Number 2, an amazing mother. Like, Beyonce has 3 children. She keeps one pretty much in the limelight. She's the oldest, Blue Ivy. She was able to perform with her mom. She was able to get on the stage and do some things. And she's teaching her daughter at an early age how to run the game. She sits in on her meetings. So for a 12, 13-year-old, she is just ahead of many adults because she's learning it from the very best and also at the beginning of her life. She also has the twins. You don't see them a whole lot, but they're right there. In her documentary, you can see that they're held to the hip. When she finishes performing, and whether you like Beyonce or not, you have to respect the game and her performance. When she finishes performing, she's put her heart and soul in it. And then she doesn't just cut it off. After performing for an hour and a half, 2 hours, 3 hours at all these different venues, back to back, back to back, back to back, when she gets off, she's still a mom. She's still making sure her children eat. She's still making sure they take a bath. Yes, she has help and support, but when you're drained as an everyday person doing this, you might have a spouse or partner or someone that can help you, but they want their mother. All mothers know that. You can have all the help in the world. You can hire a nanny, you can have the father present, you can do whatever you feel is gonna make your job easier, but a child still needs their mother in some capacity. And she doesn't slip up and not do that. I loved how the documentary showed her, and you could also see her children in the stands watching her as she performed. So for that, I don't know her well, and of course I don't know her in person, but what I've seen, you can't really fake it. Her children just seem to be really whole, happy, and comfortable in their skin. And normally, whether you're around a parent when they're parenting a child, you can tell by how the child shows up. You know, like they say, you can judge a tree by the fruit it bears. So we'll continue to watch the fruit that she bears, but overall, I think she's doing an amazing job young. So number one, I said business. Number two, I said mother. And number three, let's see, because there's so many things to consider. But being a businesswoman, number one. Two, being a mother. And then three, I'm gonna have to say a performer, her skill set. I've done videos before, and I tell you that you can do extremely well, you can be highly successful, but you must have a skill set. You must have something that you do different than others. You have to have a little bit of something that makes people say, oh, that's them. They put their stamp on it. And she has truly put her stamp on it. When I went to her concert, the songs that I knew, the songs that I didn't know, I was just in awe, like a kid with their mouth open at the candy store. She's definitely someone that I will go back and see in concert. I think that she was worth every penny that people paid for her tickets. Now, I had really good seats, but I was not paying $300, $400, $500 for my tickets. I got a really good deal on it. I was able to take myself, my daughter, both of my daughters, they were 18 and 19 at the time, and my 18-year-old niece, and we had an amazing time. And I was happy that I was able to let them experience not only this amazing performer, but this amazing businesswoman, and to see that when you put your heart and soul in something, you will definitely reap the benefits. She's an example of someone who started here and now she's up there, and people can watch her journey as time has went on. So kudos to Beyonce. I hope you like some of the footage that I've been able to put into this video so you can see little bits and pieces of it. You can see that out of all the concerts I've been to, she is one person that I had to think about for weeks and days what I was gonna wear. I didn't give a whole lot of thought to the very, very end, but when I saw people show up, I knew people had been planning their outfits since the day they purchased the ticket. Her show was a pure fashion show. Her fans showed up and showed out. And you'll also see some examples of some of the outfits that people wore. I went to the MetLife performance, so it's in New Jersey, but you know, they call it the New York MetLife. So that is where I saw her perform at, and hands down, I don't know if you like this woman or not, but you at least support by watching the documentary. I know people talk about her religion and all this other stuff, and they get all deep into people's personal lives. That's not what this video is about. This video is about talking about the woman, the craft, and her ability, and how she's amazing. And I want to highlight that on my channel because I believe that there's so many people out here getting it. There's so many people out here who also feel that they can't get it. So these are examples of people who you can watch the trajectory of their life and see how they've been able to expand and do extremely well. All right, I spent a lot of time on Beyonce, but I must go to the legend, the woman herself, the Janet Jackson, Janet Nasty, whatever you want to call her. She, her performance was amazing. I was able to go see her in the Capital One Arena in DC with one of my besties, and we had an amazing time. I mean, it was her first time going to a concert since 1991, so she was just like over the moon. Yes, we're talking like 30 plus years of not going to a concert, and it was every bit worth it. To see Janet, not in her prime, but at 58-year-old Janet with a 7-year-old at home, because she's probably the only few people we know that's had a child in her 50s, but her ability to dance and perform on stage and sing, I know that takes skill. The average person can't walk and talk at the same time. So we're talking about dancing, singing, remembering the moves. Like, it was a lot to it. And I'm not saying she's old, but 58 is no spring chicken. So she's been around for a while. She's been in the game for over 50 years. I remember watching her in Good Times as Penny. I remember watching, Janet Jackson when she did things with her brother, the late, great Michael Jackson. You can see she has a lot of his skill set and ability and talents that she brings to the stage. She did perform Scream, where her brother and her did that video together, so it was an emotional moment, but it was very beautiful nonetheless, and she did it. She did extremely, extremely well. Janet Jackson is one that I had not seen in concert, although I've seen Michael years and years ago. My mom was able to take me when I was a younger child, and that's an experience I will never forget. But nonetheless, I was able to see Janet perform, not in her prime, but to still see a woman who is always perfecting her craft and her game. So yes, she can't move around the way her 30-year-old, her 40-year-old self, but she just was great. And here's some of the footage that you'll be able to see in this video as well of her performing, little bits and pieces of it. Her vocals were really great. She was very humble. She, loved the audience and loved the crowd. And my hat just goes off to her. I'm not really up to date on a lot of her newer albums, but she did play, oh my goodness, she played some of the amazing late songs like Anytime, and he plays, like, it was just great to hear the old hits and to hear the audience chiming in and singing and performing with her. It was just beautiful, guys. As you can see, I'm a concert fanatic. I love going to concerts. I have some other ones that I plan on going to this summer. So hopefully I can do some videos and teach you about them, because it is another woman that I am very fond of course, because she's an amazing businesswoman and amazing performer, and hoping to get tickets for her, even though they look like they're a little skimpy right now because I waited kind of late in the game. But if I go see her in concert, I definitely do a video on her, and probably just her and the people she had performing with her. But I want to end this video off by saying the two and how I can compare the two. Beyonce and Janet, both of them are amazing businesswomen, both of them are amazing mothers, and both of them are amazing talents. Nonetheless, I do want to share that they are people and women and individuals that you can see that are honing in on their craft no matter what age of life and stage of life they're in. So Janet's been in the business for over 50 years, and I'm sure Beyonce has been in the business for over 30 years. But just seeing that's decades and decades and decades and decades of getting to a place where they can finally say, wow, I'm amazing, I'm great, I've done this. And so many times in life, yes, guys, I'm coming back to you. So many times in life, we do something once, we do something twice, and we feel like, oh, it's not working, so we throw our hat in. For instance, I'll have a transparent moment again where I'm doing this YouTube channel. And yes, I don't have all the subscribers that I would like to have. And yes, I'm not getting all these likes and comments and things that I would want. However, I know that it will come. I'm not giving up. I've posted about 50 videos so far. I have people every now and then when I'm thinking, I'm not gonna post some videos for a while, someone says, oh my goodness, I saw one of your videos and it was very inspiring. And that is why I do it. It doesn't matter if I'm reaching one person or two person. I have to remind myself of why I'm doing it. And it is to touch someone. And if this video touched you and you like the videos where I'm doing the comparisons of two amazing women, it could be other women in other fields. I love actors and, of course, musicians and, dancers and singers and all these different things. We can talk about all women from all different brackets, and men too. I think it's an amazing thing to watch talent and to see someone give their all. So my hat goes off to Beyonce, my hat goes off to Janet. I'm thankful that I had the opportunity to see you guys in concert. I know you guys probably won't see this video, but if you do and someone slips it in your little message box and you see it, kudos to you. You're shining, and you're definitely making your ancestors proud. Until the next video, please guys, make sure you like, make sure you subscribe, and comment. This helps the YouTube algorithm. Even if you say great, even if you say I don't like her, whatever you want to say. I prefer positive comments, but I also want you to speak your truth. Until the next one, you have an amazing day. And remember to do something good, do something great, and do it on purpose. Be blessed.